Hi everybody, I'm Steffi, also known as Spirit Sis. I'm going to be giving you a July transit forecast and horoscopes for each one of the signs. So super exciting. Some of you have already known that I do the transit calendars every month, and in true Cancer fashion, Cancer season fashion, I'm exhausted and need to take a break. So I figured it would be great. Hey, everybody who's coming. Hi. Thanks so much for joining. I'm going to be doing I just said a live horoscope report for July. And I'm going to be dropping some truth on what's going on in the skies because we got a lot going on transit-wise. So thanks. Hi, everybody. I'm going to wave to all of you. Hey, hey, hey. Wow. Awesome. So my hair was a damn mess, so I threw on this pink little pretty thing. I'm just like feeling it. So wanted to bring the energy. Hey, everybody. Okay, cool. I'm waiting just a few seconds for everyone to come on. How's everyone's days going? Is everyone having a good day? Hi. Okay, I'm just gonna get started, and for those that are coming in like a little later, they can always watch the recap. I just don't want there to be any dead air because we all got stuff to do. It's almost Friday, feeling the vibes. Okay, let's get rolling. And then if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the chat, or you can, the little question box. Okay, so July. So we have, the good news is there's not any retrogrades happening, right? So retrograde season is mostly over. We have those retrogrades that are already happening. Now there's a few planetary movements that are happening that we need to just be aware of. Now, as of today, Mars is in opposition of Saturn. So Mars is in Leo, Saturn's in Aquarius, making a T-square to Uranus. So this energy, some astrologers are like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so disruptive and chaotic and crazy. And yeah, it has the potential to do those things. But I also think it's more of a collective energy with Mars in opposition to Saturn, making that T-square to Uranus. Uranus is liberation, right? Excitement, freedom. Saturn is restriction. Saturn is discipline. So those squaring each other in that T-square to the opposition of Mars. I know I'm saying a lot of astrology talk, but basically it's a fuckery between Mars, Saturn, and Uranus. So Mars is the planet of passion and excitement, sometimes anger. So you might be feeling collectively like people on the roads, people in general are just gonna feel a little more angry, I guess you could say, or there's like a frustrated energy. So just be careful when you're like driving places, give yourself plenty of time. We're also in Mercury shadow until tomorrow, so just be mindful of that. But with this powerful T-square, for the next couple of weeks, it's gonna alleviate on that new moon happening July 9th, which I'll talk about. But just beware that there could be unexpected obstacles or hurdles with that T-square happening. It's just kind of like a powerhouse all packed together. Now, again, this is more of a collective energy. So I don't want you to feel like super anxious that everyone's gonna be angry and frustrated at you. Like, no, that's not how it's gonna be. Honestly, you'll probably just feel it, like I said, out and about. You might just feel like even like subconscious aggression coming from people. So just be aware that shifts will happen, unexpected changes may happen, and roll with the punches. Now, the good news is we are in Cancer season, so we can be so empathetic during this time. Like, basically, if people are being a-holes, it's like, oh, okay, well, I see you, and I see what's going on, but I'm not gonna take on that energy, right? Being that empowered empath. Now, this is only gonna happen for the first couple weeks. I just wanted to get the bad news out of the way first with this T-square happening, but don't worry because, like I said, it's not like, it's a collective energy. Now, if you're an Aquarius, a Leo, or a Taurus, or you have those rising signs, you might feel this energy a little greater, especially if I would say like Taurus, because it's actually Taurus is the Uranus that's like igniting that T-square. So just be careful, be mindful. Don't change your plans around this. Like, enjoy your life. Cancer season is all about self-care, reflection, friends, family, all that. So just be mindful of those energies, those planetary energies happening with that T-square happening as of today, right? I'm looking at the transits as of today. So Mars in Leo, 12 degrees. Saturn Aquarius, 12 degrees. Uranus in Taurus, 13 degrees. So yeah, we're in it right now. I'm curious how you guys are feeling. Okay, cool. So rest of July is looking pretty easy peasy. So wipe that sweat off your brow because Mercury retrograde is over. And then we have like some small transits. So Mercury is in Gemini now. It's going to move into Cancer on the 11th, and then it will move into Leo on the 27th. And also these dates, you don't have to like write them down now. You can always save this video, come back to it. You might feel the shifts. You know, Mercury and Venus are always shifting signs. So you might feel it, you might not. You know, Mercury and Gemini right now, we're communicative, we're active. We probably feel like we have more social plans. When Mercury on the 11th moves into Cancer, you might feel, you know, more like sweet nothing lovey-doveys towards people, and you might just be more affectionate with your words, with your care. It's just like a very like whimsical, nice energy when you're communicating with people. Not necessarily assertive, it's just very soft. When Mercury moves into Leo, it's like, hey, I'm here, Instagram lives, and like talking to people, calling your friends, you know, like that's the energy that happens. I'm gonna wave to everybody who's here. Hey guys, I'm doing a transit report, and then I'm moving into your horoscopes for all of the signs and the rising signs right afterwards. Okay, cool. So Venus right now is in Leo, and Venus will be in Leo until the 23rd when it moves into Virgo. So Venus in Leo too is like showing your affection towards people in a fun, boisterous way. It's calling your friends and like saying what's up, seeing how they are. You know, Leos get a bad rep sometimes for being like selfish. So this energy could play in two ways. Like you could definitely be more generous with your friends and like wanting to see what they're doing, see what's up. Or Venus and Leo can also be like, I want to dye my hair, I want to take myself shopping, and I want to just like go out on the town. So that can manifest in a few different ways. Once it moves into Virgo, you know, Virgo is very acts of service. And so when Venus moves into that sign later this month, you might feel the need to, again, like check in on people, and then also like focus on your day-to-day activities and what you love to do, especially when it comes to like work situations. You might realize like, oh yeah, I really love multitasking, or I really don't. So hey everybody who's joining. Okay, cool. Now, so Mars is in Leo now, and Mars in Leo, besides that T-square that's being activated at the moment, Mars in Leo is all about action-packed passion projects. So what do you care about? What are you excited about? Now, in that T-square with Saturn and Uranus, you might feel like unexpected changes might happen to your passion projects. You might feel even your sex drive being a little more controlled or restricted. You might just feel like Mars and Leo is like, I want to jump out of the box and I want to do things that are fun. And then you just might feel like, oh wait, like, oh man, do I have to call an Uber for that? Or I don't want to have to like go all the way to like North Hollywood. I'm just talking in LA terms, because sometimes that will happen where you don't want to drive an hour and a half in traffic both ways to go somewhere. So you might just feel a little restricted with that Mars Leo, which is usually like this fun, carefree, spirited, passionate, project doing energy. And then you might just feel a little bit like, okay, what's happening? Give me some comments if you guys are feeling this already, if you feel the T-square, or if any of this has resonated so far. I know I'm giving you a forecast, but some of this energy you might feel already. Like, do you feel Mercury in Gemini right now? Do you feel more communicative? You know, Venus and Leo, do you feel like you want to spend money on yourself and time on yourself? And do you feel a little more like, I don't know, into like movies, art, playfulness, creativity? That can also play a big role in Venus in Leo. Okay, beautiful. So we have Jupiter retrograde right now. It's in Pisces. And as we know with retrogrades, the planet in motion appears to be going backwards. But in astrology, it actually does as far as calculations are concerned. So Jupiter is in retrograde in Pisces, where it's honestly just in such a loving, beautiful, imaginative placement. And then it's slowly retrograding, and it will go back into Aquarius, where it's going to stay for the rest of the year. Now, these lessons that happened, you know, late December 2020, early January 2021, we are wrapping up that karma that's happening for the next 12-year cycle. Because once Jupiter moves into Pisces starting 2022, we're in it. So Jupiter in Aquarius, like how can I find my community, my spiritual community? How can I connect to people all over the world? How can I fight for social justice? Like how can I be of service to people? It's a humanitarian energy. So you might just be wrapping up those themes for the next 6 months or so. But again, Jupiter is retrograde and it's eventually going to retrograde pretty close to Saturn again, where it sits in Aquarius, where you might just feel a little old restriction happening, right? Saturn is like that daddy energy. It's like, hey, have you learned this? Wig is driving me crazy. Holy smokes. Well, wouldn't be alive if something weird didn't happen with me. Okay, you there? Everyone good? Perfect. What was I freaking talking about? Oh yeah, Saturn, like I said, is like daddy energy. Jupiter is like the fun cousin. Like I want to like explore and have a good time and get out, or like a, you know, stepsister that like just wants to party. And Saturn's like, well, we have like work tomorrow. So in Aquarius, again, you might just be wrapping up those themes for the rest of the year. But Jupiter moves into Aquarius. I didn't give you a date, did I? It's like July 29th, July 30th, okay? And then lastly, the most important dates of all, we got our new moon in Cancer happening July 9th. And then we have our full moon in Aquarius happening on the 23rd of July. Now, new moon in Cancer, we know how Cancer moons go. We can feel super sentimental and maybe emotional, but also highly intuitive when this stuff is happening. You might just feel really connected to source and to spirit. And also July 9th, when this happens, we're going to be feeling some of the alleviated pressure off of that T-square that's happening with Mars, Saturn, and Uranus. So you might just feel like, oh man, whew, finally, like I'm feeling that Cancer spirit. I want to just take a nice long bath. I want to, meditate. I want to read a book. I want to cook my favorite food. As a Cancer, like nothing self-care, nothing like self-care within food. So enjoy those things. So Great Lakes girl, hey babe. It's very kind of you to share this information. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys too. I thought it would be just fun to do this. I know I always do it in transit form, but you guys know I'm a manifesting generator. I need to like switch it up. So don't worry, I'm going to get to your channeled horoscopes very, very shortly. I just think it's important to feel in the energy of what's going on right now and then have that for the month so you can be informed in your decisions. Sometimes these planetary energies affect us. I get DMs all the time of people being like, yo, what's happening in the sky right now? Because I am like really clumsy, I'm dropping stuff, or weird stuff's happening, or I feel really emotional, or I can't sleep. And that happens all the time. And it's like, oh, because this is happening in the sky. So you might not think you're sensitive to these energies, but everyone is, just at a varying degree. So JGrims88 said, I'm already feeling so sentimental right now. Cancer season will for sure do that to you. And feel those emotions, right? Cancer, the sensitivity is a superpower for Cancer. So if you're feeling emotional, if you're feeling more intuitive, or if you're feeling like out of whack, that means you need to go back to the self-care, okay? Hey Lola, I love you. Thanks for stopping by. I love all you guys. This has been so fun. So anyway, just feel into those emotions. Don't stray away from them. Sometimes at the end of Cancer season or Pisces season, we can feel like emotionally drained. And that's okay, because then we jump right into like a fire sign season right now. Like, we'll go into Leo season July 22nd. So you're not going to feel this for a long time. But remember that these seasons happen to remind us of the facets of life and the ups and the downs, and feeling that passion, feeling that fire, feeling sentimental, or if it's an earth sign season, feeling grounded, feeling pragmatic, feeling like you want to get work done. So this all comes in waves with each season. And if you want to know about like how you can handle each season when it comes, I talk about this on the Psychic Scoop podcast with astrology sun signs. I talk about this every single sun sign, and then at the end of like the little excerpt I don't know, excerpt is that, can you like say that for a podcast? The little like segment, there we go. After the little segment that happens, I tell you how you can benefit from each sun sign season and like what to get from that. So yeah, Jenna says such a great pod. Thank you for listening and supporting. I love you guys. Okay, cool. So just wanted to throw that back in case you're like, what does that mean? What does season mean? Like, what are you talking about? I describe those in detail on the podcast. And yeah, like different seasons, different strokes, different folks. It depends on where it's all in your chart, like where it's hitting you. But that's why I'm going to go into personal horoscopes right now. What a transition. Okay, cool. Feel free to, if any of that resonated or you have any questions, drop it in the comments, talk to each other. Actually, if you wouldn't mind, like tell me your sun and your rising sign in the comments. Let's see who's representing in the house right here. I'll start. I am a Cancer sun and a Cancer rising, and I am in my first house right now, celebrating my birthday on the 7th. So awesome. Liz says you're awesome. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much, Liz, for being here. I can't wait. Okay, Jenna, Capricorn sun. Jay Grims, I'm a Cancer moon too. Does that enhance things? Yes, of course. It will on the new moon. We got a Sag sun, Virgo rising. We got a Pisces sun, Capricorn rising, Pisces rising, Cancer sun, Aquarius rising, and Aquarius sun, Cancer rising. Oh, cool. Catherine's Cancer sun, Aquarius rising. Low is Aquarius sun, Cancer rising. It's like swapped. How amazing. Okay, cool. So we're representing all the houses here, all the fun. So I'm going to move through all of the signs, and I want you to listen for your sun sign, and I want you to listen for your rising sign. Now, as I just, not to keep throwing back the pod, but I do talk about this a lot in the pod, the rising sign is actually very critical when you're looking at horoscopes. Because I think sometimes you're reading a sun sign horoscope, like if you're an Aquarius or a Scorpio, and you're like, this doesn't resonate. It's because a lot of astrologers, we make predictions based off your rising sign, because that rules your first house cusp. Now, that's not to say that sun signs aren't important. They're very important. You're just going to feel it in a different way. Your rising sign will hit you stronger with the transits. So I just wanted to like throw that out there. I know it can be maybe confusing, but listen to both. And also, like, if you're into it, listen for your moon sign too. Like, that's also going to be impacted by this. So where do you guys want to start? I mean, I always start with Aries, but is there a sign you want to start with first? Let's switch it up. Whoever writes their first sign first, that's where I'm going to start. Why not? Thank you. I got these rings in Hawaii when I went on my solo trip there. Okay, we also got a Gemini moon, Capricorn, Cancer. Okay, beautiful. Love it. Let's start with the season we're in Cancer. 3 Cancers in a row. All right, glitter fingers for Cancer. And we'll go into Leo and so on, so forth. Okay, cool. So this is for Cancer sun and Cancer risings. Now, I wrote some great notes for Cancer when I was doing this. So you're moving into your first house, and this is all about you. It's like very hard for Cancer suns and Cancer risings to be, I guess, like selfless in a way, or hold on, rewind, selfish. Cancer risings are like the most selfless people. So this is the time to take a mother effing break. Can you relax? Can you take time off of work? Can you go relax by a pool, by a body of water? This is your time. And since it's starting your brand new cycle, how are you going to start this next year of your life? This is pretty critical for Cancers and Cancer risings, because this starts your brand new cycle. So what kind of things can you deeply heal? Are you healing the need to work all the time? Are you healing the need to, I don't know, like process family trauma? Are you healing the need to connect in relationships or anything like that? Take time for yourself. So I really want you to do a deep restorative R&R. Does that mean taking time off? Probably. Does that mean going to a body of water? Yes. I want you, this is my mandatory homework for Cancer sun, Cancer rising. I want you to go to a body of water and then put your toes in whatever it is. I don't even care if it's like a koi pond in a freaking backyard. Maybe a backyard you're allowed into, but I want you to be connected to water. And if you really can't get there, feel it in a bath. Feel it in Cancer risings love baths like the most. Take a glass of wine in there, hang out. But anyway, the reason why I like this right now for horoscope for this month is this Cancer and Scorpio, but Cancer especially is trining that really nice Jupiter Pisces until, it moves into Aquarius. So use that Jupiter energy to make yourself feel creative, fun, and expansive as much as you can, okay? So I really want you to lean into what Jupiter can provide. And Jupiter in Pisces is like, I feel imaginative, I feel intuitive, and I feel free. So I want you to really, really feel into that. And I don't have anything like massively significant or profound to say to Cancers, which is great because I think last year at this time, we were in like a polar opposite of the cringiest placements in Capricorn, and we were feeling like all over the place. And now we have like a breath of fresh air. So anyway, feel good Cancer suns and Cancer risings. This month is all about self-care, self-love, honestly, and taking a break. Lolo says, or take a popsicle in the bath hot and cold tip. Yes. This is my best friend Lauren. She says that she loves to eat popsicles in the bath. Is anyone else? Give me a thumbs up if you've done that. I think it's the weirdest thing ever. No shame, but it probably is like a very nice sensation. I don't know. I've definitely done wine or White Claw in the bath. Like that's totally a given. Okay, beautiful. Anything else? Do you have any questions on Cancer risings or Cancer suns? Feel free to ask in the comments. I know we have quite a few Cancer risings here, including myself. For the posse, I just want you to relax and restore and take care of yourself. Journal, relax, connect to source, connect to spirit by taking time off. Okay? So love, love, love. Okay, let's move into Leos. So this is the horoscope for Leo sun and Leo rising. And if you're not any of these horoscopes, like I appreciate you holding space for everybody. Also, you might know a Leo rising or a Leo sun that's going through this. So feel free to like send it to them or, just like listen in and see if this makes sense in their lives right now. It's, sharing is caring. Also, we embody all of the horoscopes and all of the zodiacs in our natal charts. So just remember that because even if you're like not a Leo, you are. There's Leo in your chart. Okay, cool. So Leo, we got Venus and Mars in your home sector. Now Mars again is being ignited by that T-square. So my question for Leos who are in their 12th house right now, which is all about really closing the chapter, really, really, really like ending the cycle. So since we have Mars sitting here, I'm going to assume this has to do with projects and especially passion or creative projects because Leo, you should have a ton of creative projects going on. So if you're a Leo sun or Leo rising, like what is harmonious about your projects? What's harmonious about your life right now? And what doesn't fit? What feels mediocre? What feel mediocre? Leo-diocre. What feels tough? Whenever there's something that's not easy flowing, especially for a Leo. When you're up against resistance, that's something that you just need to review. This is the time to review it, especially with Venus coming in here too. What do you love? What are things that you really like to do? Who's around you? Like who is in your sphere? Those are things to follow. With that freaking Saturn in opposition to Mars and Leo right now, you might just feel like maybe you had like really good creative juices flowing and you're like, yeah, I feel good. And then all of a sudden it's like, I have writer's block. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like people are being freaking weird to me. So it can feel a little confusing and unexpected, but I want you to ride that wave and be like, oh yeah, like this is why this is happening because I'm meant to move through this. This isn't for me. Or I'm meant to fight for this. I want this so much. So my advice for you is fight for what you want. Do everything that you love. And if you feel that you're confused or not into it, then freaking let it go. Let it go. And then you're going to move, when Leo season starts on the 22nd, you're going to move into your season. So at the end of the month, you're going to be like, woohoo, I feel free. I feel good. I'm feeling myself. And you might just like really, really, really like a bat out of hell, feel the need to get your creative projects running and off the ground. So again, this is a time for review and reflection. It's not going to be too like foreboding, like don't like worry about it. I let it come naturally. Like I said, with that Saturn opposition, like it could just kind of feel a little uncomfortable at times, but let it feel uncomfortable and then let it go, let it move on. So hi Malik, oh my gosh. Jay says there's definitely a Leo in your chart. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, cool. So any questions? How are we feeling? I'm gonna try to do this like swiftly. I could talk for forever, as you guys know, but let's move in. I mean, my Gemini is in Mercury. My Mercury is in Gemini. So I could talk for forevs, and that's where the position is right now. So anyway, okay, let's go on to Virgo Sun and Virgo Risings. All right, let's look at my notes here. Okay, cool. So right now, Virgo Sun and Virgo Rising, you're basically just hanging out. It's pretty like chill, easy stuff happening, which probably might drive you nuts where you're like, what's happening? But you're in the house of like friends and fun. So if you can like have as much social activity as possible, that would be great. Have a good time, honestly. And that's hard for a Virgo at times because everything does have to be a little scheduled and structured. But I want you to like let go of that for a minute, especially because with Virgo, you are in opposition to Jupiter and Neptune here. So you might feel like a little hard, it might be harder to access like that carefree part of you that wants to like let loose. But with Jupiter in opposition here, that could really help you like tap into your creativity and like reach out to people. Like this is like shoot your shot. Like, hey, like I'm in town, you want to grab drinks, or you know, I'm having a barbecue, I'd love to have you over. Like reach out and expand like with that opposition in Jupiter. Now a lot of times opposition like sometimes means like challenging aspects, but with Jupiter it's like no. Wherever Jupiter is, like, hey, I'll take it. Even if it's in opposition to your first house or your sun, it doesn't matter. Take what you can from Jupiter because it wants to give you good luck and wants to expand you, especially in your friend sector. So what better time to like hang out with people you love than Cancer season? I couldn't think of anything else. So you might just be busy. You might be having events, you might be hanging out, you might be going to the beach, you might be like, you know, having vacation, fun stuff. So if you're a Virgo Sun or a Virgo Rising, just take advantage of that. You know, and honestly, that's only going to happen for the next 3 weeks until Jupiter goes into Aquarius. Lauren says, I feel like Virgos are the most misunderstood sign. Totally. Virgos get a very bad rep sometimes for being like cold or like too like structured, and Virgos are literally such lovers. They are of service to people and they're great friends. I can actually, Jay, who's in the chat, is a Virgo, and she's like one of the kindest people I've ever met. And she's always on top of her shit. So I look up to her in a lot of ways. But anyway, I just, in general, Virgo, relax and have fun and continue to like do your work and get your shit done. But use that Jupiter like to expand your community and really get out there. If you're feeling the need to like make friends and make plans. Yeah, Jenna says, I feel like all earth signs are misunderstood. Totally. Capricorns too. I mean, I feel like there's such a stigma with like earth signs and work, but it's really about investments. Earth signs like to invest in their future. So I call them dreamers. And I think they're actually like very good manifestors, and they're very witchy in ways because they're like really grounded in their manifestations. So if you're like, whereas water signs, we're emotional. If we don't get what we want, we will break down. I've broken down so many times, like just from stupid stuff. Like, oh my gosh, they didn't have my freaking like, this is a good example. Chick-fil-A, love Chick-fil-A. Don't support what they support. But I don't know, like a year or so ago, I went to Chick-fil-A and they didn't have these tenders I wanted. They only had nuggets. I was livid. I think I cried. So that doesn't have to do with manifesting. But anyway, think about in general, like earth signs. Let me go back to Virgos. Earth sign, community, being of service to people. And also, you know, Virgo is about body. So can you like, I don't know, get yourself out there and use your wellness and your wealth. Maybe it's a good time to like join a fitness class or, you know, like a wellness program, a nutrition program where you're like with other people that are like-minded. That would be so incredible as well. Okay, cool. Let's move into Libra Sun and Libra Rising. Okay, awesome. So this time of year is interesting for a Libra because it's actually the time of year where, as we just talked about manifesting, you might get some career hits and career stuff happening. Now, this is when you're moving into your 10th house. So if you're not feeling like the invitations aren't coming in when it comes to career, you might just feel then that you want to totally shift. Like, I don't want to be in this career anymore. Or how can I make my career better? How can I expand myself? How can I make this more of what I want to do with life? Now, listen, Libra is in opposition to Chiron. And this is going to be for a while because Chiron likes to hang out in Aries for a while. Chiron is wounds and our shadow and how we can heal ourselves. So there might very well be some shadow around like your career right now, and even if you are, like I said, like thinking about your shift and really you have big dreams of what you want to do, but you also want people to do it with. You want to call in great partners, you want to call in collaborations, you want to call in these great things. So I want you to continue to work on yourself and work on those wounds, especially if it's around career stuff. If you're feeling like a stigma around, I don't know, if you're working in a job that you hate, it's a good time to reevaluate what's going on. Okay, J Van Sans 7, Libra Sun here. I just got laid off from my last job and debating on starting over in a new field. Yes, that's exactly what's happening for Libras right now. My advice to you is, what do you want? Like, what do you want to do? And think about your long-term gains. So think about, a lot of people will do like, it's called the bridge job, or like the, I'm just looking for like something to just get money right now. And that like is not necessarily in alignment for you. Listen, take money and take a job if you need to survive, of course. But I want you, Libra Suns and Libra Risings, to write down every single thing that you want out of a job. This is your time to manifest it. I want this salary. I want this to be where I'm going. I don't want to commute. I want to work from home. I want this type of boss. I want to be my own boss. I want to call in soulmate clients. Things like that are really, really important. So remember to manifest your dreams in your career. And that's kind of happening for you. But again, like I said, with that Chiron situation happening, you might feel more wounds about, like she said she lost her job. Like, that brings up so much rejection and so much difficulty sometimes. So, and hardship. But whenever clients come to me and they're like, I lost my job, or like my boyfriend dumped me or anything, I'm like, yes, this is your time to ascend and grow and transform. Because a lot of times, rejection is protection. So whenever you're let go from a job, especially, it's like, this wasn't in alignment for me, and why did I stay in it when it wasn't aligned for me? So I want you to keep asking yourself that. That's the better question. And if you lost a job that you loved, then expand yourself to find a new one, okay? So Olivia says, I'm an Aquarius sun and I'm considering dropping college because I don't align with traditional academia. How can I guarantee job security? Okay, great. I'm gonna move into Aquarius in a bit, so we'll talk about that. Okay, great. So no's lead to the right. Yes, Jenna. Yes, that is so true. Every time you're rejected, it is protection in some sort of way. Every single no leads to a yes in some aspect. I mean, think about how the universe wants to align you with something that is the most high vibe, correct thing for you. 100%. Okay, beautiful. Let's move into Scorpio sun and Scorpio rising. Okay, so again, this is kind of like a nice month for you. It's going to be more chill, which is nice. Again, for the water signs, like last year was kind of difficult for us. Not only did we have it was just kind of shitty, and we had all the retrogrades happening in our houses, so it was like, oh, this is difficult. Scorpio sun, this is a good time to like take an online course, to learn, to if you want to travel, especially if it's long distance travel. This is actually a great time to hop on a plane, because you're in your 9th house, which is all about like literally getting on a plane and higher spirituality, higher learning. So take a course if you want to take a course. Travel if you want to travel. Go do something that's going to be fun. And literally, Scorpio sun and Scorpio rising, trust. Just trust the universe. Trust that it's going to hand you something on a platter that's everything you've wanted and everything you've desired. You also have, just like Cancers, hey, water sign houses, you have that Jupiter trine happening in your in your sector. So that's lovely. That's going to happen for the next couple of weeks until it goes into Aquarius. So use that Jupiter trine, use it to your advantage. And Jupiter too. I mean, that's all about literally traveling, expanding, global expansion. So I'm not saying like just go ahead and jump on a plane if it goes somewhere, if it doesn't like obviously fit into your schedule and your financial needs, of course. But like maybe you can just go on a quick short trip, or can you expand your mind? Can you learn something from a different culture? Can you take a class in Ayurveda from someone in India? Can you learn France from someone in France? Can you learn France? Guys, what is wrong with me? This wig is too tight on my head. I'm having issues. Learn France from a France person. Learn French, learn Italian, speak a different language. This is a good time, Scorpio, to do that. Okay, beautiful. Oh, okay, cool. Abby, thank goodness, Scorpio sun and moon here. Hell yeah, girl. So think about the trust and the surrender, and this is going to be a nice little, July will be a nice break. Now, with any water sign, sun, with, Cancer, rising, Scorpio, and Pisces, we could be a little more emotional during Cancer season, but let that sensitivity fly. Let your freak flag fly. French, yeah, that was bad. Sorry, y'all. Oui, oui. Merci beaucoup. I used to literally speak fluent French, and we forgot about that, but we're gonna relearn it. Maybe I'll learn France as well. Okay, awesome. Let's move to Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius sun and Sagittarius rising. This is about, how can I say this? If you felt trapped, if you felt like what's happening, or maybe you're like up against obstacles, or things aren't flowing like quite as much as you are used to them flowing, this is the time to reevaluate and to let go. It's very similar to what like Leo's lesson was, but in Sagittarius, what's been difficult for you in 2021, y'all. I'm struggling. Lives are kind of nerve-wracking. Okay, we're all human. So in 2021 for Sag rising and Sag suns, so the South Node has been sitting in Sagittarius, and that makes a lot of sense because Sagittarius is the sign of like worldly travel and getting out there, and the North Node is in Gemini, exactly opposite of it, which COVID happened, and it was like, oh no, you all have to stay home, you can't travel. So for a Sag sun and a Sag rising, it was like, wait, what? I need a vaccine? Wait, I need to go travel? It's like, why are you trying to like put shackles on my freedom? So this could feel tough for a Sag rising. And Sag rising and Sag sun too, during Cancer season, emotions come up that sometimes are difficult to comprehend. It's like, wait, can we just like get back to laughing and having a good time? So if you're a Sag sun or Sag rising, this is the time to lean into your spirit work, channel, intuition, get a reading from a psychic, get a reading from an astrologer, do your shadow work, light a candle, say a prayer, let go, do a burn ceremony. Like this is the time to really, really, really cut the cords, cord cutting ceremony as well. So if you're feeling, I guess, what did I write down here? I wrote trapped. Just revamp how you feel in your own community. So maybe it's like finding a new coffee shop that you really like. Maybe it's meeting new friends, or finding like a library where you love to study, or maybe it's like a garden you like to meditate in. Focus around your community right now will help you. And also take a good look at your finances. This is actually a good month to like just be like, do I owe taxes? Am I good? Let me look at my credit cards. Are there any money leaks? Like, am I being charged for something I don't know about? That's also a really good time for Sag sun and Sag rising too for this next month. Okay, trucking along. Cappies, Capricorns. Okay, cool. So, Capricorn sun and rising right now, you're in opposition to Cancer season. So it's going to be difficult for you to want to take a break. You're going to be like, wait, what? Like, no, I want to keep trucking along. It's like, I was just feeling good in the groove. And it's difficult having, because it's right opposite of Cancer season. So again, similarly, you're going to feel emotions coming up. You're going to feel sensitivities coming up. And I want you to lean into that. If something's coming up that's triggering you, like someone said something, or maybe you're taking things personally, or you're like, I just don't feel the vibe I used to with this person. Well, that's your body trying to tell you something, you know? So just continue to like feel that. And I think this is a good time for a Capricorn to take a break. Jenna, should I go to Europe? Sure, go to Europe. It's a good time to take a vacation. It's a good time in sun oppositions. It's like, how can you take advantage of this energy? Try not to get down on yourself. Try to keep positive and keep light. And don't like fight emotion if it comes to you. Don't fight feelings. Don't fight. I mean, not that you fight people, but like let those things blossom. Let those things bloom. I want you to take a vacation. I want you to relax. Very similar to what I wanted during Cancer for Cancers. I think it's time for you to take a break. It's if any time of year for a Cap, now is the time. And listen, like you had also a really crazy 2019 and 2020. So you're probably just feeling like in the haze of like, sorry guys, my wig is driving me nuts. I'm trying her on for the first time and we're experimenting. I'm getting my hair done right after this. So I should have done the live later, but I wanted to get this information for you now. Anyway, so Capricorns, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising. Like I said, 2020 was rough. Hey, Taylor! Yes, the wig is like making me freaking crazy. Anyway, Capricorn, feel free to relax, take a break. You almost are just, like I said, reeling from that last 2020 and like all these shifts and changes probably happened to you. So we'll definitely remind yourself to relax and take a break for sure. You also Capricorns, if you're feeling like you want to switch up like your exercise routine, like let's say you want to like, I don't know, you want to start yoga lattes or you want to do hot yoga, or you want to like, I'm not about diets or any type of diets, but let's say you want to like try a new smoothie or a new recipe. That's totally in alignment for you right now too. Okay, cool. So let's move on to, also Capricorns, by the way. If you want, you can actually build like one-on-one relationships like a ton during this time. So when you're like, maybe be like, hey, I found this new smoothie recipe. Do you want to try it with me? Things like that will be really cool. But yeah, one-on-one relationships, you might feel like stronger connection to your partner right now. And if you don't, then rebuild that connection because that's really important. Awesome. Aquarius. Aquarius. I don't want you to burn out. I worry that there's some of this energy that's going to be happening with Saturn and Jupiter's moving back in there. I just don't want you to work too hard. I want you to take a break if you want, and I want you to relax. I think rest is extremely important right now for an Aquarius, like hella important. And I want you to truly take the time to just like freaking love yourself. Just because we have, remember at the beginning of the live, I talked about Saturn in that T-square to Mars and Uranus. So Uranus and Saturn have been in this square, like literally through 2021, like it'll just like, they keep like squaring off. And Uranus is the planet of like, hell yeah, I'm ready to like let loose and I want change and I want excitement. And then Saturn sitting in your house is like, bitch, like what about money? Like, what do you mean? Like, work harder. You got to work harder. So don't fall in the loop of like that grind hustle mentality. Taylor, I'm talking to you. You entered the chat at this time. Yes, queen. It's true. We're burning the fuck out of water in the stratosphere. This is like the year of Aquarius to really grow. Like you're honestly the people, this is your time. 2021 and 2022, it's like, how do I make radical change? Everyone's looking to Aquarius right now for the moves. Like you guys are the people that are supposed to, like you're not meant to be linear. You're not meant to follow the sheep. You are meant to frickin' do things for you. Don't fall into that restrictive category when it comes to Saturn here and Uranus, and then Mars is like, oh, that project's not good enough, or oh, that job isn't good enough. Like, do what you want when you want it, because you should follow your dreams. But like I said, in July, because as of today, Saturn is in that T-square with Uranus and Mars, you might just feel a little like frustrated. Honestly, like Aquarius might feel this strongly like the next couple of weeks, where it's like, I work hard. What gives? Like, when is my opportunity coming? When is this gonna happen? And trust me, that will happen soon. So don't stress. Don't stress, my babies. Because Jupiter is coming into Aquarius, like I said at the beginning, let's look at the dates. July 29th or 30th. So at the end of the month, you're going to feel a little bit of fresh air when Jupiter comes in to give you a little pep in your step. So just hang on tight, take a break when you can, and don't be discouraged. Like, the hard work that you've done and stuff you've put in is going to show dividends in your life. So do not fret, my lovies, okay? So Taylor, read my mind, why don't you? Wow. Well, it's just the stars, babe. But honestly, true. It's like the shift in Aquarius right now is so important for everybody. And Aquarians need to be the leaders. And they're all about community and fighting for what's right and going against the grain. So right now, that's the time to do it. Even with that Mars and Uranus, it could be unexpected. You could feel burnt out. But take breaks, reevaluate what you want, and reevaluate what's important in your life. And then when Jupiter comes in, remember that Jupiter, until the end of 2022, you're really, really like rounding out this cycle of expansiveness in your life and huge change. So whatever happened in late 2020 and whatever's happening like moving forward in the next 6 months, solidify it, because that's not going to happen for 12 more years. No pressure, but pressure. Do it. Okay, let's go. Oh, what are we doing next? Pisces. Okay, I need to like wrap this up quicker because I need to go to an appointment and my wig is literally making me want to pass out. If I pass out on the live, have people pass out on lives? I don't know, but I'm close. Wow, so positive Polly over here. Okay, cool. Pisces. What you got going on for Pisces? Oh, Pisces, like this is actually a super nice month for Pisces. You're in like your creativity month. It's like, hey, have fun, have a good time. Like if you want to learn an instrument or you want to have some fun creative play, like you want to draw, like paint by numbers, or you want to like roll out, have fun. By the way, this is Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. I want you to just like explore what it's like to have fun again. What is that inner child? Like, if you want to look at like old videos or photos of you when you were a child and remember that spirit, embody that into your life right now. And I'm just going to keep it really succinct for Pisces. You also have, for the next couple of weeks that Jupiter is trine. So take Jupiter into stride. Like, it's helping you right now to be imaginative and playful and highly creative. So please use that to your advantage and remember what you used to be like. Remember who you are. Like, really go into that because you truly deserve to have a life that's fun and playful. Pisces take on and Pisces rising take on the energy of the freaking world all the time. Empaths, it's like heavy. So this month in Cancer season, it feels good for you because you're a fellow water sign. So you're like, ooh, I feel vibey. I could cry and like turn around and be like, hey, that felt good. Let it out. Let it out. You're probably gonna get a lot of intuitive hits. We got our Cancer intuitive psychicness. So pay attention to those like little hits when you get them, especially when it comes to channeling your creativity. And have an amazing, freaking fun month. Honestly, like have a freaking blast. Get those little like sparklers for 4th of July and be like, whoa, like when you're little, you used to do that. Like eat a freaking hot dog, okay? Like enjoy. Freaking enjoy, Pisces. Guys, I hate to keep complaining, but damn, this is difficult. We're trying her on for size for the first time, so we're gonna have to let her air out after this and stretch her out because my head is too big for this wig. This might be a child's wig. It's yet to be confirmed. Okay, back to the horoscopes. 3 more left. Aries rising. Okay. Aries rising, this is actually like home sector for you. So how can you improve your home life? Like, do you want to revamp? Do you want to like buy, like do like some kind of like 4th of July sale and buy new furniture? Or do you want to, I don't know, like explore your community and things around you and like your home? Like, are you planning on living there for a while? Do you want to move? Are you feeling like you want to just like chill out? Like, what time better than Cancer season to like chill out inside and like eat popcorn and watch a movie? So you might just be feeling more of this like, I don't know, chill energy. I don't know. That's tough to say because Aries are usually like very active, especially in summer. But I don't know, like if you're thinking about changing anything at home, this is now a good time. And Aries, you still have some Chiron stuff going on. So continue to work on your shadow and work on your wounds because that's really gonna like give you new life in the years coming. But in Cancer season, show care towards others. Invite people into your home if you want to host. Like that's a really good time too. There's nothing like super significant happening. This is actually like a good time for Aries. Honestly, it's just home stuff. So not to be super basic, but yeah, like have an amazing time at home. Like I said, invite people into your home. Revamp your home if you want to like get a new comforter or like literally change the wallpaper or paint. Let the air in and enjoy like your home. That's the perfect thing to do for an Aries sun or an Aries rising. Okay, trucking on along, 2 more left. We have Taurus sun and Taurus rising. Let's look here. Okay, great. Taurus, this is nice. You're probably just gonna get a lot of freaking plans. Like people are gonna be hitting you up like, girl, you wanna come to my barbecue? Or like, yo, are you available to babysit? Or hey, like wanna meet at the farmer's market? Totally, Taurus, do all those things, especially farmer's market, because a Taurus sun or Taurus rising like needs fresh flowers at home. They need to have they need to have plants or flowers or anything in their home space. It makes them feel really connected. And if you wanted to like go out to the farmer's market and get fresh flowers or get like some kind of like meal to make, like that would be so in alignment. If you want, and this is the time to like go out and explore your community. I know things are interesting with COVID, and of course be safe, but go out and explore your city or your town. If you want, like maybe you want to go to like a new coffee shop or a new restaurant you haven't tried, maybe you want to meet up with friends and do that. That's very much in alignment for a Taurus sun and Taurus rising. Now, mind you, Uranus is in Taurus right now, making that square I keep talking about to Saturn and Mars. So you might feel this a little more strongly, Taurus sun and Taurus risings, where it's like, just because Uranus is in Taurus, which is all about that like unexpected fun, random, like I didn't realize I wanted to do that, let's do that. But Saturn is like doing that thing where it's like, do I really want to do that? Taurus is like, I want to sit at home and eat and just chill and like get my feet rubbed, which totally makes sense. But force yourself. No, I don't want to say force yourself. That's actually not really kind. Try your best to go out and do things that make you feel good and make you feel happy in your own community. And even if that means like taking a walk around and like even seeing the flowers and smelling them and literally stop and smell the roses. If you want to go like hiking, if you want to go and like to the beach or you want to go camping, this is a perfect time for Taurus to do all those things. And like Taurus too, like pretty good positive stuff happening the next month. So have an amazing time exploring your community and having fun with your friends. Lastly, okay, we made it. Gemini sun and Gemini risings. Woo, 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 woo. We did it. All right, Geminis. So this is a great time for Geminis. You might just be feeling like a little pep in your step. You might be getting like unexpected money. You might be getting like career opportunities and changes coming in. You might be getting like, again, like I said, like good opportunities in your life. We have the North Node and Mercury right now sitting in Gemini. A lot of those placements are going to move into Cancer. Like Mercury's going to move into Cancer in like a week or so. But just honestly, think about your career gains. Like where are you going? This is a good time to invest in yourself. So if you're a business owner or or for your job, it's like, oh, I want to get like a new suit, or I want to go out and treat myself to something business related, or I want to like legitimately change my wardrobe, change my outfits. That's the same thing. Change outfit and change wardrobe, same. I want to get a new desk for my office. I want to, you guys, I can't think of what investing yourself means. But Geminis are like, yeah, totally. For Gemini risings too, it's like, or Gemini suns, it's like maybe you're getting a new phone or a new laptop, or you're updating your car or something, where it comes to communications. Maybe you're just like getting more clear on things that you really want, and maybe you're just treating yourself. But this is a good time money-wise. Also, like, be mindful of your finances. Don't go too crazy, but definitely like just get excited with this Cancer, like season. Have a good time, have fun, be around people that you love, and it's okay to splurge a little bit. I'll just give you that. I'll give you that permission, especially if it's on like community related stuff, because we have North Node. So if you want to like spend money at your local, I keep saying local coffee shop, like spending money at local like mom and pop shops, or exploring things in your community and exciting new adventures, totally go out to dinner with your friends, have a good time. But I'd recommend like upgrading something in your life, like especially if it is, now I'm thinking about it, communications. You might have just recently got a new phone, or you might have recently got a new laptop. This is the time to play around with those and like, I don't know, just geek out on anything tech wise. And have fun. It's Cancer season. Have a good time. Relax, Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much if you stayed and enjoyed the live. I loved having you. I went through all 12 zodiac signs, sun and risings. And then I also did like a little transit forecast. Save this if you want to look back and remind yourself your theme of the month for your sun and your rising sign. Send it to a friend if you think you can help them, or anything, like just thank you for supporting. And also if you want a reading with me, I do transit reports, like a personalized transit report. So if you were like, that's confusing, I need more info, I'm able to actually tap in and tell you specifically like where you're challenged, where your blessings are, what's happening for the upcoming year. It's more of like a thorough one. And then at the end, I also pull cards for you and I can like channel what's happening energetically. I'm also next week, I'm going to offer solar return charts and eventually aura readings. Or if you want just like a basic OG birth chart reading from me, totally hit me up. I do those too. That's an hour session where we meet, video call, and I go over your chart, your birth chart in full detail. So anyway, I love you guys. Thanks so much for being here. And again, for supporting Psychic Scoop. If you want to like really dive into this astrology stuff, I totally recommend listening to Astrology Sun Signs, Rising Signs, and Moon Signs on Psychic Scoop podcast. And wishing you a lovely Cancer season, a lovely holiday weekend if you're celebrating, and freaking take time off, self-care, enjoy, love yourself. Okay? Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.